this is Chris with Kunze Analytics. Thanks for watching this video. Today I'd like to talk briefly about why it's important to use machine learning, supervised machine learning, to build more accurate performance models. You're looking at a document published by the U.S. Department of Labor back in 2006, Testing and Assessment, a Guide to Good Practices for Workforce Investment Professionals. And where I'd like to go with this is on page 39 of the PDF, which talks about validity. Validity is a synonym for value. And here they say that validity coefficients for assessments are rarely above 0.40. So why is this important? Well, if we look at research that was published back in 2014 by the American Psychological Association and 1 year later by the Journal of Applied Psychology, we also see that when we look at trying to predict performance of employees, either looking at their psychological characteristics or their knowledge, skills, abilities, or some other characteristics, their attitudes, their objective person characteristics, we see that the highest validity coefficient, correlation coefficient, is just above 0.40. 0.43 is the largest one for people attitudes trying to predict employee performance. Now, when we go back to this document, we see that a correlation coefficient of 0.35 is considered to be very beneficial. So if I go to a power calculator and I put in 0.35, then I am going to need a sample size of about 32. 32 people in a position for whom we have performance data to validate a performance model used with an assessment. But what if I've used optimization software and supervised machine learning? Well, then my correlation, and I've seen this happen, might be much larger. And so what happens is we're able to reduce the size of the sample, and actually the error, the type 2 error, we can reduce from 50% down to 80% confidence, and only, here we go, 20% type 2 error. And now we're getting a smaller sample. And if we are able to get correlations that are up around 0.6 because of the accuracy of the software, now we're bringing down the sample size from in the 40s down to less than 20. So that one of the advantages of using optimization software to build models, which are very complex and correlate with performance, is that we can apply these in smaller and smaller companies. The number of employees in the role that are tested don't have to be as many, and we get more accurate. We can, because our correlation is higher, instead of having type 2 error being 50%, which isn't that great, we might be able to increase our accuracy in type 2 error and then end up having a sample that's much smaller. So thanks for watching this video. This is Chris with Kunze Analytics. We predict performance through assessments and help you decide with data.